Mr. Jihan, I speak over the phone, but no response comes from the other side. I only hear some heavy breathing. What is happening? I speak again. I called you to remind about the session today. Make sure to be on time, sir. Still no response comes. Is he even listening? Before I say anything else, I hear the beep. He cut the call. Seriously? I put the phone on the table. What had even gotten into me that I called him? I just came to work and my day seems ruined. It's my habit to call my new patients on their first appointment because most of them tend to forget and skip the fixed schedule. And it's really a waste of time, so I had to inform everyone beforehand. But now I think I wasted my words. He didn't even respond. Maybe he's not going to come. What should I do now? I can't possibly force him to come here. I grab my mug and walk out of the office. A cup of strong tea will be my helper now. My head is already aching because of not sleeping properly last night. That stupid guy didn't leave my thoughts. He drank alcohol in front of me, just made me cringe again and again. It's like when I used to watch horror movies and get nightmares at night. I thought about him the whole night. I shouldn't have. He's not someone I personally affiliate to. He is just a patient to me. So I should keep myself out of his personal habits and don't concern me. As for drinking, it's normal for non Muslims, so that's really not something I should be concerned about. My only focus should be the cause and treatment of his stress and depression. I return to my room and put the cup on the table. Just then, the door of the room slams open, making me flinch, and someone barges in. Jihan? I stand with a hanged mouth. He didn't even knock. Reaching till the table in a moment, he bangs it with both of his hands. Why do you always come at the wrong moments and ruin my emotions? He yells. What is wrong with this guy? First he barged in without permission and now he's yelling? You always destroy my plans. This is the third time. Just leave me alone. What does he even mean? First time I saved him from a suicide attempt, it means he was again trying to something like that, right? I sigh. Please lower your voice, Mr. Jihan. This is a hospital. I say. His eyes are red and have dark circles. Even his face is flushed. Looks like he is still under the influence of alcohol. He is breathing heavily. He was about to do something to himself if I hadn't called. Ya Allah, give me some patience. I say after a little silence, have a seat. He is not in his senses, so it would be useless making him understand. I can't ask him why he was trying to commit suicide again. It will trigger him. Never ask a triggered person a question that can trigger him further. He stares at me for a moment before walking towards the couch. He sits and holds his head in his palms. He must be hurting. Poor guy. Coffee or tea? I ask. He looks up at me, his face clearly showing confusion. Why am I asking this when I'm not supposed to? What do you mean? He sounds annoyed. What do you drink for your refreshment? I ask, changing my words. He stares at me for a moment before speaking. Vodka will work. He smirks, knowing really well that alcohol won't be available here. But that won't work here. Sure, you can get refreshed with that after leaving from here. We don't provide such services. For now, you only have the option of tea and coffee. I press my words. He rolls his eyes and clicks his tongue. Tea. He looks away while answering. I pick up the receiver of the telephone and call the helper. Lena, please send a cup of tea to my room and ask the kitchen to prepare a hangover soup too. Thank you. I put the receiver down and shift my attention to the half drunk man. You seem tired. Didn't you sleep last night? I can't ask him directly why he was trying to kill himself. That's not how it works. Do you want to rest? You can take a nap if you want. His answer is frustrated. No, just get it over with. He doesn't want to stay here for a long time because he knows I'll ask the question that he doesn't want to answer. Why didn't you sleep yesterday? Were you busy with something? He doesn't speak. Was it a new song? Dance preparation? No response again. I give him a moment of silence before continuing. No matter what it is, it's important to sleep for 9 pointers for a healthy mind. I wasn't doing any work. Here you go. I was wondering what you must be doing. I ask, but he again goes silent, as if he doesn't want anyone to know what is going on in his mind. Party? Dinner with friends or colleagues? Even though I know what he was doing for half of the night, I need him to tell me. I did a live last night. The whole internet is blown up and you don't even know. He finally speaks, but his tone doesn't seem so appealing. He talks so rudely. I shrug my shoulders. Sorry to break it to you, but I'm not interested in such social stuff. His eyes slightly widen and he looks at me with more attention now. Such stuff? My music is known and loved worldwide. I'm a global pop star, not just a random social stuff. Self obsessed. The door knocks, and after a moment, Lena comes inside with a tray having a bowl of soup and a cup of tea. She places it on the table in front of Jihan and leaves. I don't listen to music, I reply with an unbothered tone. He scoffs and a mocking smile comes across his lips. Seriously? Who doesn't listen to music in this era? It's such a beautiful and calming thing. Music is haram, so it's not really calming for me. He would call me weird and say something about my religion now, but I won't care. No one knows how valuable a religion is until they themselves follow it with heart. He sneers. What bullshit. What? He leans back into the couch and folds his arm. Why does your religion make every fun thing haram? The typical question of every non Muslim. Well, why am I even arguing with him on this? Everything that Allah prohibited for us has some reason behind it. Also, not everything is haram. I answer with a dismissive tone and open my laptop to type in new data about him. He sounds so opinionated. What is even not haram in your religion? Probably he scrolls social media a lot and encounters weird anti Islam stuff. But as he is arguing on this, it just makes me want to bang his head. If he made music haram, he made nasheeds halal. If alcohol is haram, juices and non alcoholic drinks are halal. If dating is haram, marriage is halal. Bribery and usury is haram, but charity is halal. There are many more examples. Do you want more? I raise my eyebrow. My voice comes out to be a bit too confident. He asks his next question. What is the reason for music being haram? It's feeling like an Islamic questionnaire more than a therapy. I explain my point of view. Can't say anything with surety because Allah knows better, but for worldly matters, music is just a waste of time and idle talk that takes people away from their creator. Musics make people go far from their religion. The same thing that is happening in today's era. Anything that makes me go away from my deen is not for me to follow. He scoffs. This is more like being superstitious. His taunting answer comes. Whatever suits you, let's get back to our discussion. So you spent the whole night doing it live? I say. But before I ask another question, he speaks. Why are women forced to wear such huge clothes in Islam? Huh? What is he even trying to do here? I shut the lid of my laptop and shift my complete attention to him. Mr. Jihan, are you really so interested in my religion or you just want to find a point to mock me? I ask and he stays silent. If you're genuinely interested, then there are people out there who are actual scholars of religion. You should seek them for guidance. As for me, let's just stay on the topic. I say, opening the laptop again. I don't know what is going on in his mind, so I should just focus on what he is here for. Answer this first, he says. I look at him for a moment. Maybe I should just answer him. The way he asked forced. I really don't understand his intentions. I answer. Because we are supposed to hide ourselves from non mahram. That's oppression, actually, he says. I don't know what else he wants to hear from me. Might be for you, but I carry my modesty like a crown. What's the purpose of hiding yourself? Why should only women hide themselves and not men? This time he really seems harmless with his question. It's like he is genuinely interested. I sigh and speak. Because women are treasure and treasure is always hidden. At my words he goes silent. No more questions arise from him. He picks up the ball which has released all of his steam by now and starts drinking it. Better now. I start with my question. Why were you doing live for the whole night? Any specific reason? I wanted to spend some time with fans, and the live didn't go on for the whole night. He answers without looking at me. Then what did you do after that? I drank and enjoyed myself. Ya Allah, what kind of man is he? What happened then? Is something bothering you? Do you want to share anything? I say as politely as I can. For the next half hour, I try talking to him and getting some internal thoughts out of him, but he doesn't reveal anything that might have been the cause of his distress. He really doesn't want to share anything with me. This person is going to take more sessions of therapy than I thought of him to. And at a moment, I even rethink my decision. If the patient himself is not willing to open up, how am I supposed to help? But well, there are people who want to keep their distress to themselves because they are embarrassed of it. Maybe Jihan also is, so I should keep trying for some time. Today was the first session. Maybe in second he will be better. Who knows? Monday morning passed with a buster as it was Jasmine's first day at internship. Girl took a whole 1 hour to get ready and ate my brain cells for breakfast. The day in hospital also went fine with 2 appointments. Today was the last session of one girl, so I felt really good today. I want to give myself a nice treat. Jazz would return soon too. The bus comes to a halt at the stop. I get off and look at the time. It's a little walk from here and I'm in front of the convenience store. Maybe I should just get some veggies and prepare a nice pasta. Yes, that would be great. The road is busy with lightning of Seoul brightening the city. I cross the road and go to the convenience store. After some grocery shopping, I walk back to the apartment. It is evening and Maghrib Azan will start soon. The weather is nice and pleasant today. The soft clouds cover the sky, giving some warmth in the hotness of June. The apartment is here. I turn the last corner and get the keys out of my bag when my eyes fall on a car. Wait, is that Jazz? I try looking clearly, and it really is Jazz. What is she doing, and in whose car is she sitting? I walk closer and see the person in the driving seat. Ya Allah, what is this? She is sitting with Minho and talking while smiling. She opens the door and with a smile says goodbye to him. As she turns her face to the side, her gaze falls on me. All the smiles drain from her face and she stands frozen. I shake my head and walk towards the building. I didn't expect this from Jazz. How can she even look at him? I can't believe it. Taking the elevator, I go up to the ninth floor and unlock the apartment. Anam, wait for me. Jasmine shouts from behind me. I enter the apartment and leave the door open for her. Removing my shoes, I put my bag on the couch and I hear the door shutting. Anam, listen to me. I look at her, waiting for her to speak. I'm disappointed at what she is doing, but I trust her. She must have had her reasons. After all, she's the one who was hurt because of that person, not me. She clenches the fabric of her dress and bites her lip. She is nervous. Taking a long breath, she finally speaks. Anam, we made up. I look at her face without blinking. I probably heard it wrong. What? I ask. She clicks her tongue and walks over to the couch, throwing her jacket. He's not that bad, he just made a mistake and I forgave him for that. What's going on in her mind? I asked for confirmation. Are you serious? Something doesn't feel right to me. He apologized and is guilty. He is so sincere, Anam, and I could not stay angry anymore. She has gotten soft. You haven't forgotten what he really did, right? She looks up at me. No, and I forgive him. She did not forget those heinous acts and she still chose to forgive him. Ya Allah, what are you planning? Jazz, you know why I know. She cuts me off. She knows why I am so concerned about it. She also knows what consequences she would have to bear because of it. She is not a kid anymore. She speaks up. He is willing to change. Can you believe it? He is willing to learn about Islam and be a Muslim. For me. So that's the reason? Does he really love her to change his religion? Did he say that? A bright smile comes over her face. Yes, she is happy. Wallahi, what I'm gonna do with her heart. I can't say anything at this point. I believe you are mature enough to understand what's good for you and what's not, I say. She lurks towards me and wraps her arm around me in a tight hug. Thank you so much for understanding me. Her tone falls low and I hug her back. If she is happy and he is willing to change and marry her as she wants, it's a good thing. But her parents have already fixed her wedding. I break the hug and look at her. What about your wedding? Your parents have fixed a marriage for you. I remind her. I will talk to them. They are going to fix this marriage for business deal anyways. And Minho said he'll talk to his dad and they'll offer a partnership to my dad. I have hopes. So they have gotten so far in this relationship already? That's good if there's planned end to it and they're not doing anything haram. Loving someone is not haram, but establishing a relationship is haram. If they love each other and plan to get married, then it's fine. They should get married before things get out of hand. Alright, if that's what you want, but don't be so frank with him. I still don't like him. I say, and she chuckles, hugging me again. After a small party with pasta and having a little chit chat, I return to my room. I sit on the bed and grab my phone. There are a few notifications of ads and a few notifications from Instagram. I open the Instagram app. My account is public and it's a professional account that I opened for online consultations. It's not quite a working one, but sometimes I get the person who needs consultation. And right now, that seems to be the case. The notification is of someone following me, and one of the direct messages. I check the message. Someone with the username Kill for You is texting me. What a username. The message is a simple hi. I accept the request and reply. Hi, how may I help you? The name on the account is JH. Okay, quite aesthetic. I see. I open the profile. The account is empty. No posts, nothing. The bio is obsession is your own destruction. What's with this guy? Or maybe a girl? It seems to be related to love life. My phone rings, getting me out of the account. It's Jihan calling. I saved his contact when I called him last time. Now, why is he calling me at this time? Ya Allah, don't let me hear bad news, please. I pick up the call and hear, Hello, this is Jihan speaking. I greet him, Assalamu alaikum. His response comes, What? He probably doesn't know what it means. I speak further. How did you call Mr. Jihan? Jihan takes a moment to reply. I'm going to USA for a quick project for 2 weeks, so I won't be coming to the sessions. For 2 weeks, so the session would linger on for more time than I expected again. With his work, if this continued, it would take us a year to complete it. But what can I say? It's his work. Alright, you may come back on Saturday after 2 weeks. Thank you for informing. If there's nothing else, have a good night. Wait, he shouts, making my hand stop. I ask, yes? Is there something else you want to say? I actually. He starts speaking but stops. I wait for him to speak, but a few seconds pass and he doesn't speak, as if he is hesitant. What is it? I ask and hear a deep breath from the other side. If I don't feel good, can I call you again? He finally speaks. What am I supposed to say to this now? I give online therapies, but that also has some boundaries. No one really calls me directly like this for therapy. But he's my patient. If he has any issues that he wants to discuss, I should provide help. And not like he's going to call me very often. Sure, Allah Hafiz, I answer. Bye, good night, Anamkara. After that, I hear a beep indicating the call ending. Why is he calling me Anamkara again? I already told him that's not my name. I'm actually really worried about this guy. He is one of the most severe cases I've ever had, and I really want him to be alright and depression free. Ya Allah, I can only pray for him to be alright. Help him come out of his stresses and worries. Putting my phone on the bed, I stand up and head to the washroom to perform ablutions. It's Isha time. We've covered a lot today. How are you feeling right now? I ask the girl sitting in front of me. She takes a deep breath, exhaling slowly. I feel a bit lighter, I guess. Talking about it helps. I smile. I'm glad to hear that. Remember, it's important to practice these techniques regularly, even when you're not feeling overwhelmed. It can help build your resilience over time. Kenji is having PTSD, and that's one of the toughest cases of therapies. Yeah, I'll definitely try to make it a habit. I really appreciate everything you've done for me, Miss Anam. It's my pleasure, dear. You're making great progress, and it's clear that you're putting in the effort. There's something to be proud of. I appreciate her effort. She is working on herself, not just relying on me. And that's what I need from her. She nods with a smile and stands up, looking more confident than before. Thank you, Anam. You've been a big help. I stand as well. You're very welcome. Take care of yourself and remember that you're not alone in this. I'll see you at our next session. She nods appreciatively. I'll be here. Thanks again. Have a good rest of your day, Kenji. Take care. With a final smile, she walks towards the door and steps out into the hallway. I watch her go, feeling a sense of fulfillment. Today is really a tiring day. I sit back into the chair and shut my eyes. My head is spinning. There's still some time before the next session. I should just relax a bit. I grab my phone and play recitation of Surah Rahman. It helps in relaxation the most. The beautiful kirat of the person just melts my heart and I shut my eyes again, leaning back into the chair. After a few minutes, the knock on my door gets my attention. I open my eyes and see Mr. Min from the glass door. I straighten up as he enters inside after seeing that I am aware of his presence. He came back to work last week, but I didn't get a chance to talk to him. His mother was out of danger as far as I heard from other colleagues. I pause the recitation on my phone. He greets me, Assalamu alaikum Anam. Walaikum Assalam. I respond. Even though he is not a Muslim, he gives me respect and tries not to make me uncomfortable in any way. He inquires, how are you doing? I'm good, Alhamdulillah. How about you? And your mother, how is she? I ask. He takes a seat in front of me. She has gained consciousness now, thankfully, and I'm fine too. He smiles, Alhamdulillah. Good to know, I say. I'm here to thank you, Anam. I didn't get a proper chance yet. You did me a huge favor and I'm grateful for that. Oh, well, it's been long and I even forgot Jihangir Vasi's case to take. Don't mention it, Mr. Min, it's not a big deal. I shrug it off, but he chuckles. Still, I should thank you. I don't reply again. I don't know what to say. If he is thanking, then just take it silently. He now glances at my phone. What were you listening to? Did I disturb you? No, I was just listening to the Quran recitation, I tell him. He stands up and sets his coat. I will take my leave then, you should have some rest. You've just gotten free since morning, he speaks. It's fine. Take rest, Anam, see you later. With a smile, he leaves the space and I don't stop him. After dinner, I go to my room and offer Isha Salah. Grabbing my phone, I check for any messages. There are Instagram notifications, 4 plus new messages from JH. After the 2 messages that night, I checked his text and the next morning and he had left a short introduction of himself. A male having depression because the girl he loves didn't accept him. Honestly, I feel bad for people who just go into depression because of such reasons. I don't know how this even works. Is love this dangerous? If yes, then I pray that I never fall in love with anyone. I replied to him yesterday a night that we can further talk on his therapy and his basic information. He texted back late at night when I was asleep. My sleeping schedule is fixed, so I didn't reply to his late night text. And in the daytime, I can't reply because of my busy day routine. Today again, he is texting at night. Because of this reason, we didn't get to have a proper conversation till now. I open his chat. There are few messages. I just feel too tired of everything. Whenever I do anything, I only remember her. She has invaded my senses so deeply that no matter how hard I try, I can't let her go. She was mine, but she left me. Now you tell me, what do I do? His texts are from morning and he is active right now. Perfect. I open my hijab and slip into the rivet before texting him. Were you guys married? I type and slam the send button. The message is immediately seen as if he was in the chat only waiting for the reply. The three dots show and the reply comes as fast as the scene. No. Were you engaged? No. Then how was she yours? There wasn't any commitment between you two. How was she even yours to start with? He sees the message but no response comes for a few moments. He is thinking about what to reply. He himself doesn't have the answer. Then the three dots appear again and the answer comes. Her father promised to give her to me. That's a weird thing actually. I don't know from where this person is and what kind of traditions or customs they have, so I better not deduct any conclusion. Did she love you too? Mutual feelings? No. So was it going to be a forced arranged marriage? Another long pause before the reply comes. She didn't have the choice to reject. She was bound to do what her father decided for her. That's odd in today's world. If it was about a few years ago, I would have realized that the world wasn't advanced. But now it seems impossible. If you don't mind telling, where are you from? Estonia. I don't know anything about Estonian traditions. Oh well, let's just talk to him for now. If she was bound to do as her father said, then how did she reject you? She ran away. Where? I don't know. She ran away, leaving you and you're in depression because of her. Does she even deserve you? She wanted me to die, and I'm dying. Slowly, painfully. I don't know why, but something inside me feels bad for him. Seriously, he seems so miserable. See, she wanted you to die, then why are you still hanging on her? She didn't deserve you, and you deserve much better. Why waste your love on someone who doesn't value it? But I only want her, no one else. Love isn't forced on anyone, you see. If she doesn't want to respond to the same feeling as yours, then you can't force her to love you back. Maybe she loves someone else and is living her life happily. How can she be happy without me? Just like you love her, she may love someone else. No response comes after it. The active status is gone, replaced by active 1 minute ago. He is gone. Maybe his internet connection is disturbed. I wait for a few minutes, but he doesn't come back. The activity status increases the time. He isn't coming back. I sigh and close Instagram. There are more notifications from news websites that I'm following and a few from browser ads. I open the latest news on the browser. Sometimes it's good to keep an eye on the ongoing affairs of a country too, but maybe I shouldn't have wanted to know it. What I see just makes my heart halt and fingers stop scrolling. The headlight reads in bold letters. Jung Jihan secretly caught on a date with popular rising star Kim Min-ji. My stomach churns and hands shake as I stare at the picture given under it. Jung Jihangir kissing a girl.